Good evening, everyone. I know it's been several weeks since I posted a video, and I did want to get something up just to kind of give you an idea of where I am as far as track laying and just general progress on the layout. I think the last video I posted, there may not have been any track down at all. So as you can see here, there's quite a bit of progress that's been made. What you're looking at now is the future intermodal yard area. These three tracks that are here will be servicing auto rack unloaders. There'll be a three-way turnout there, and then some other tracks in the intermodal yard. What you see in the center of the picture, where that one turnout's sitting up on top of the track, best laid plans. You know, I got so excited about laying track, I forgot to look at the plan, and there's supposed to be a turnout right there to feed the yard. There's an actual entrance at the far end of the layout down underneath that piece of cork that is flattening out right now. That's going to be the base for the yard. But there's a turnout down there where you can pull into the yard, and a turnout here where you can pull out of the yard. So I've got to cut my newly laid track and insert a turnout. Over here, move the camera to the other side. What you see here is the main yard. I've got an old Athearn DC engine in there that I've been testing the track with. I don't have it wired yet. I'm just using a 12-volt power supply to make sure that the track is laid properly, that the engine doesn't derail going through any of the curves or turnouts and that sort of thing. Let me just move this plan out of the way. So you can see the yard tracks here. Where the locomotive is sitting right now is the yard lead, and then to the left of that locomotive there are 4 yard tracks. Down at the end where that other piece of paper, actually not the paper, but you can see the yard tower way down there at the other end of the layout. There's a turnout right in front of that, and there'll be a track that comes back, runs alongside the yard ladder, and right where that paintbrush is, sitting on top of that scale trains box, will be an engine house, at least an engine house, possibly a fueling facility, sanding facility, and so forth. So I've got, it's probably, I don't know, 9 inches there between the edge of the table and the last yard track. So there's room to put some stuff in there. The plan has it a 3-track engine house and a 3-track heavy car shop and so forth. I don't know if I'm going to put all that in there, but there should be room. So I've got the 2 tracks that you see on the far right of the shot, down to the coffee cup down there in the corner. Those are the 2 mains. They go into a wide sweeping turn down there that comes back around to the left as we're looking at it, and right under the cork there. Again, it feeds the intermodal yard. So let's swing around back behind here. That's my box of locomotives in the Bed Bath & Beyond box. I have the bridge in, and I do have finally some bridge tracks in there. Those are not permanently affixed yet. They're just sitting in there, so I've got to glue those down. I just want to make sure that everything's in the right spot relative to either end of the bridge. It should be. The tracks there are glued and in place, so I think those are fine. Back in the corner is my barn and the silo that I purchased for it. It's not, that's not where it's going to go. It's just sitting there right now. And then, so I wanted to make one other comment here about the yard side. You can see there's quite a few areas where ties are missing. I have this little cardboard box over here right in front of the bottle of alcohol. It is full of ties, so those will be pieced in once I'm done laying all the track down, once I'm done soldering. If I decide to solder, I'll wait until I get that done before I put any ties in. But just didn't want you to think I'm going to have big gaps in the rails. So kind of the process for me going forward is going to be, getting the rest of the track down, obviously, soldering where I'm going to solder, putting the ties back in, and then also dropping feeders through the through the layout, so they'll be able to connect them underneath. And once that's all done, then I will paint the track. And you can see how the track's two different colors now. The brown tie track is from the old layout where I had painted it. So some spots it's going to take a little bit of cleanup before I can paint it again. But anyway, it's a process. So on this side of the layout, which is back against the wall, I've just got a few cars sitting on the track there. That's the inside main, as I call it. The outside main, the one to the left, has track yet to be laid on it. The siding that you see to the right is actually, I guess it's a big passing siding for my passenger station. You can see where the station is going to sit, and I've got, I don't know, that's probably 10 feet there at least of siding. I do have, it's an Amtrak Superliner with a couple of F40 PHs that I'm going to be putting together. I've kind of been gathering rolling stock for that. So I've got to put that together yet, and I do have my California Zephyr, which if you've been following me for a while, you've probably seen that on the old layout. But both of those trains will fit on this passing siding fairly easily. What I'm planning to do is put a passenger kind of platform between the passing siding and the inside main. So there's, it's a little bit longer, excuse me, a little bit longer place for, sorry about that, had an interruption. But anyway, putting a passenger platform in there, I think will look good. Way down at the far end, I don't know if you can see it or not, I've got a couple of buildings down there. The butane/propane facility is just kind of sitting there right now. It's not going to be in that particular spot. It's probably going to be over to the right a bit, near the center of the door. So let's take a walk down here. I've got some track being laid right here, using some of my lawnmower batteries and such for weights. So this I just worked on this evening, laying this track down. Down here in the corner, where that other tripod is where the butane/propane facility is scheduled to go. And there's going to be a turnout back in here somewhere. All right, so sorry about that. The memory card keeps filling up. But anyway, so there's a turnout right in there that is going to feed the butane, propane, whatever gas facility I have. And there's also in the plan provision for another siding to go back under that pile of track and back up towards the peninsula end. I'm not sure that I'm going to do that. I may just decide to put a farm scene in where you see that cardboard box and that bottle of alcohol. So, plans are made to be changed, right? So, anyway, that's about it for this update this evening. Just wanted to let you know that I was still alive and making progress. And this is the box of track from the old layout. I've been able to use some of it here, but I'm not sure that any of the rest of it is salvageable. But hopefully in a couple of weeks, I'll have all of the track down, all of the yards in, and begin wiring. So if I don't post again before Christmas, I hope everyone has a Merry Christmas and a great New Year. I'll be taking some vacation between Christmas and New Year's, so I'm not sure that any work will be done on the layout because I'm not sure of travel plans. I think we may be maybe going to do some vacationing rather than layout work. So again, thanks for all of the new subscriptions and comments and views. Sorry I haven't done much here lately. in the area of updates, but I have been working as I have time. So again, hopefully in the next 30 days, maybe by mid-January, we might actually see some trains going the whole way around the layout. So stay tuned for that. Again, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year to all of you. Hope Santa brings you plenty of trains. Take care, guys. Talk to you soon.